Before you even realize it, something stirs within you. A word, a glance, a careless comment, and suddenly your mind races. Your chest tightens, your thoughts spiral, and the calm you once had evaporates. This is not weakness. This is not failure. This is the mind reacting, untrained, overstimulated, hijacked. Most people believe their emotions are uncontrollable. They blame others, situations, the chaos of life. But the Stoics understood differently. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your emotions are not invading you. They are responding to your own habits, your own reactions. They are invited. It begins with attention. A slight internal shift, a tightening, a leaning forward, a readiness to react. Perhaps a co-worker criticizes your work, or someone interrupts your plan. Your first instinct is automatic, a surge of defensiveness, anger, or frustration. That surge seems small, but it plants a seed. You feed it and it grows. The mind does not spiral on its own. Every storm begins with one choice, the choice to react. Emotions are not enemies. They are signals, indicators that something matters to you. But untrained, they hijack your focus, cloud your judgment, and control your behavior. Overthinking is often just the echo of unchecked emotion, looping endlessly. The Stoics observed this centuries ago. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. It is the reaction, not the cause, that drives the chaos." Imagine for a moment someone cuts you off in traffic. Your mind jumps instantly. Frustration, anger, a story about how reckless they are, what this says about society, what this says about your own safety. The moment you cling to the feeling, feed it with attention, your mind transforms a single spark into a roaring fire. The traffic incident itself is neutral. The mind makes it personal. The mind makes it permanent. And that precisely is the hijack. The Stoic fix is not denial. It is not suppression. It is recognition, restraint, and pause. Begin by observing. When a trigger arises, notice it as if from a distance. This is anger. This is frustration. Name it, but do not feed it. Allow it to exist without judgment. Awareness alone diffuses the immediacy of emotional reaction. Next, ask yourself, is this thought mine or merely a reaction? Often, we mistake the reflection of others, a critique, a slight, a careless word, for a personal assault. The Stoics reminded themselves, the external world cannot touch your inner citadel without your permission. You control the gates. You decide what enters. And here lies the mastery choice. Every emotional reaction is optional. You do not have to argue with your feelings. You do not have to chase them or resist them. Simply witness. Simply pause. Simply breathe. In that stillness, the hijack loses its power. The overthinking, the mental noise, the frustration, it fades, because it is no longer fed. Consider the ripple effect. One unexamined emotional reaction triggers hours of mental chaos. One pause, one deliberate, conscious pause restores hours of peace. The Stoics practiced this in every circumstance. Seneca would write letters reminding himself, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." He trained his mind to discriminate between what is truly harmful and what merely triggers discomfort. This is not merely philosophical abstraction. This is a practical, actionable strategy. Begin with small triggers, a rude comment, a social slight, an inconvenient situation. When it arises, step back mentally. Name the emotion. Observe it without judgment. Ask, what is within my control here? What is not? Focus your energy only on what you can influence, your own choices, your own thoughts, your own actions. Over time, this builds resilience. You become like a calm lake, unshaken by passing clouds. People's words, their actions, even their attempts to provoke you, all of these fail to penetrate unless you allow them. The emotional hijack is undone not by avoidance, but by understanding and conscious response. Your mind learns a new pattern. Instead of reacting instantly, it observes. Instead of spiraling, it pauses. The noise subsides. Thoughts that once consumed hours are now transient, like leaves floating on a stream. Peace is no longer elusive. It is a practice, a habit, a cultivated state. And here is the ultimate reflection: emotions are neither enemies nor masters. They are messengers. Overthinking is not weakness. It is overstimulation, the mind responding to unexamined inputs. Stoic practice teaches you to filter, to choose, to respond deliberately. Strength is not the absence of emotion, but the discipline to act consciously in its presence. When someone attempts to hijack your mind, remember, control returns here. Control begins with recognition, with pause, with choice. Each reaction you withhold reinforces your inner citadel. Each moment of awareness strengthens your mind. Each deliberate response diminishes the power of emotional chaos. This is the Stoic fix, not suppression, not denial, not escape, but conscious mastery. Your emotions remain, but but they no longer dictate your reality. Your thoughts remain, but they no longer hijack your day. Your inner calm returns because you have reclaimed the one domain that has always been yours, your own mind. And finally, as Marcus Aurelius reflected, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Today, let this wisdom guide you. Notice, pause, choose, and respond. In doing so, you do not eliminate emotion, you master it. You do not banish overthinking, you reclaim peace. And in that reclamation, life itself becomes lighter, clearer, and profoundly free.